Central Florida, the city of Orlando is the scene for the Heat. A dynamic do-it-all forward, Jalen Johnson will bring his comprehensive skill set as they prepare for the Magic. Heat, Magic. We'll be right back on 2K Sports. We welcome you to Noche and Beyond here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys, tonight a celebration. So the opening lineup for the Heat, Jalen Johnson is out there with Wagner. Then there's Reed. Then it's Wilkins. And it's Edgecombe in at the shooting guard. And for the Magic, Harden out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Duncan. And it's LeBron James. And it's Duren in at the 5 down low. This deep into the year, Greg, do you expect guys to start slowing down a little bit?
Well, if you're prepping for the postseason, you could ease back a little minutes-wise, but if you're on the...
Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Orlando Magic coming to this one following a loss to the Rockets. Pass to Johnson. Wagner against Harden. And that one's good, Wagner.
Oh, good job executing inside. Wagner in total control down there.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Orlando's head coach. Coach and I talked about the development of Franz Wagner since entering this league, and he said he was someone we watched early on. Even though he didn't end up on our team, the way he's added to his game is incredible. It says a lot about the kind of work ethic that he has. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks.
Man, how about the confidence Johnson possesses? That's a phenomenal job right there, using his body control and finishing.
No good from LeBron. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Edgecombe, no good. LeBron with it. Defended now by Wagner. Harden with the stop.
And Harden seeks out contact. Sometimes it seems like he prefers to try to score through it.
Outside Wilkins. Back to Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Orlando, they've gone just... one of 4 to get this game started. Here's LeBron. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Jalen Johnson.
And LeBron used to getting hit. This is the level of attention this man attracts from the D. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Pass to Wilkins. Now Edgecombe. 5 on the clock. Wilkins, no good. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Orlando. It's a 3-point game. Wilkins passes to Wagner. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. The three-pointer, no good.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss was just on him.
Well, at 6'10", GA, Franz Wagner provides great versatility to this offense.
Yeah, and he's a solid decision maker, capable of running the show. He's a gifted scorer and playmaker. Plus, he provides matchup problems with that size. Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Pass to Wilkins. Wagner against SGA. Kicks it out to Wagner. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Wagner missing. The Magic trail by 5. Here's Harden. Kicks it out to LeBron. Pass to Duren. And Duren slams it in.
Easiest work of the night for Duren. He barely had to elevate.
He'd have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Well, 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Here's Maravich, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Pass to Murray Boyle. Here's Edgecombe. Reed with a screen for Edgecombe. Offline with his three.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. The Heat leading by 3. And Wagner has it in the corner. On the 3 off target. Wagner's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Maravich dishes the Bol. Out to Maravich. Reed with the block. Second chance shot. Bol can't hit.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Pass to Murray Boyle. Again, the miss by the Heat. Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Deep 2 from Wagner. And Bol pulls it down.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
And it's Miami with the rebound. Pass to Edgecombe. Reed with a screen for Edgecombe. From the arc. Reed misses.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Well, the defense was solid, but usually I expect him to make that layup.
Wagner wide open. Misses and the dry spell continues.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding.
Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
And the Heat with some changes. Andre Ayton's checked in for Reed. Trent comes in for Franz Wagner. And it's Ty Jerome in for Edgecombe. Murray Boyles with the bucket.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
The Magic trail by 3. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. No good from Maravich.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Johnson, the pass to Ayton. Jerome against Maravich. Back to Ayton. Lays it up off the glass.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
No good on the last second attempt there. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Heat up by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Volanos. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
And, guys, they've done a great job beating their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, That is tough to beat.
On the court for the Heat, they've got Jalen Johnson. Gary Trent is out there with Johnson. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And Murray Boyles in at the 4 slot. Here's Johnson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Tim Duncan picks one up. Tim, you once led the NBA in three-point percentage. And in my mind's eye, I can see almost every shot. You were terrific shooting the long ball.
Shooting 2.
Well, Kevin, I don't want to show my age, but do you know, after 4 years of high school and 2 years of college, making 25-foot twos, I finally had a three-point line going into my junior year. I'm just glad I had a three-point line for my entire NBA career.
Yeah, it's a tough transition to make to stretch out and go those extra couple feet.
No doubt. I was not ready to make NBA level threes when I first came out of college. A year overseas really helped me gain strength, and finally I found my rhythm in the NBA.
Wilkins is checked in for Trent.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. James checked in for Orlando. And Miami with a change here, too. Trent's checked in for Johnson. And it's good, 2 points. Trent's got the lead up to 6 now for the Heat.
And this has been an emerging part of Johnson's game. He is getting better at making smart passes.
It's intercepted. Trent with the wide open look. Good on the triple. Trent's got his second bucket of the night.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Duncan with the screen on Johnson. LeBron drives in and finished off by LeBron.
Watch out. LeBron's on the move, and he's not going to be denied.
Wilkins bounce pass. Duran against Ayton. Clock at 6. Johnson with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Wilkins. That's tipped.
Yeah, going straight up with those long arms. Duran flat out. A brick wall around the rim.
That's it, and the Miami lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Harden.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Jalen Duran has certainly forced him in this NBA. He's a nightly double-double.
Well, he looks like a bouncer at a nightclub, but you forget how young this guy is. If he keeps improving like this, Kevin, he has a chance to be one of the premier bigs in this league.
I was going to say the same thing about you, but I'll call you a Greek god as opposed to a bouncer in a bar. How's that?
I much prefer the Greek god description.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, Jalen Johnson, great in the two-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers, I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those." Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Miami. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Good ball movement here by Miami. Johnson sets the screen for Trent. Miami no good on that time either. The Magic trail by 5. And so Orlando again turning it over. The Magic making a switch here. Kamar is checked in. Wagner's checked in for Miami. Edgecombe comes in for Gary Trent. And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments. Here to check in with his team and regroup. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for James Harden.
Substitution on the court.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Right at the rim. No problem there for Shea.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Now, Wagner, a dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. Ayton kicks to Wilkins. Shot clock at 6. Back to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
I love the fact that Ayton didn't just lay that up. He wanted to leave no room for doubt. Beautiful slam right there.
SGA against Wilkins. Here comes Shea. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And credit. A screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Inside. Here's Duncan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Third personal foul.
Every so often, Tim, you heard the term defensive anchor. What defines one in the way you look at the game?
Well, I think it's that player that's on the back line, protecting the rim, but also able to see the entire floor. That is where your best communicator often resides.
How did you grade your defensive abilities when you played?
I battled, Kevin. You're going to have to kill me to stop me. That's the way I looked at it.
To the middle. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Edgecombe. Ayton's got 6 points.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Orlando making some changes. Ball. Vanderbilt comes in for Tim Duncan. And it's Maravich in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Then for the Heat, Naz Reid. He's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. And Jalen Johnson subbed in for Dunn. Here's DiVincenzo. Here's Bull. Wilkins pulls it in. Miami leading by 4. Lobbed up there for Johnson. And Johnson with the stuff.
My goodness, Johnson is quick off the floor, and he has a lot of power.
Maravich left side. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here he goes. Another miss by Orlando.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Edgecombe with it. Now Bull defending. Edgecombe no good. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Vanderbilt finds Bull. Down low, here's Maravich. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. To the inside. Here's Reid. And the layup is good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution. Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Clock management is everything right here. Time and score are paramount. And a brick ball creating that space for the easy score.
The Magic shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Here's Wagner. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And we've reached halftime in this one. Heat lead by 6. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Hello, folks. The first half is in the books, and we've got a lead on the scoreboard for the Miami Heat.
They're playing with the team-first attitude, making that extra pass. Shaq, that could have been you.
You need to check your receipts, sir. Over 3,000 career assists. Apology accepted.
And right now, let's see who's jostling for Rookie of the Year.
There's impressive talent in this class.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. DeAndre Ayton with a strong contribution so far in this one.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
And you are going to see this defense now switch things up against him, but he has the skill set to counter that.
We've got Harden. Jalen Duren is out there with Duncan. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's James in at the small forward. That's who's out there for Orlando. And Edgecombe gets it to go.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Duren with the screen on Wilkins. SGA passes to Duren. Missed inside. Miami leading by 6. Pass to Johnson. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Wagner looking it over. Over LeBron. And it's Wagner missing. Wilkins against SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander muscles it in.
And the defense was getting physical, but Shea was able to maintain his balance and convert that.
It seems like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Tim, has the ball handling and finishing package of a player 6 inches shorter. What he does at his size is really amazing.
Yeah, I think he has the offensive game of a shorter player because he thought he was only going to be 6'1". He got to 6'6". So now you've got this incredible array of shot making around the rim with a much taller player. That is a difficult combination to deal with.
So he had to readjust not only physically but mentally how he approached the game, correct?
Absolutely. It changed everything for his approach.
Back to Duren. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. The Heat have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Wilkins kicks to Reed. Reed with a screen for Wagner. The kick out to Wilkins. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Well, it certainly hasn't been a smooth start after the break. Just 1 for 5 here to start the third.
Duren with the screen on Wilkins. Gilgeous-Alexander. The game now all-time. SGA's got 4 points in the quarter.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Wagner outside. Dash to Edgecombe. They get it back. Comes up empty down low. The Magic have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allie.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Kevin?
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Toumani Camara comes in for Duren, and it's Maravich in for James Harden. And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Full ball. He's checked in for Orlando. Vanderbilt comes in for James. And the Heat making a change here. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Maravich against Wagner. Out to the right wing. Edgecombe. Miami no good on that time either.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
For the lead, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Jalen Johnson. Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective.
He is just so good around the hoop. Good luck stopping SGA.
Miami trailing. Pass to Murray Boyle. Wagner against Maravich. To end the drought. Again, the miss by the Heat.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Here's SGA. Bol finds Kamara. 6 to shoot. Bol setting the pick for SGA. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation.
As this game tightens up, it's even more important to take care of the basketball.
Miami's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Heat moving the ball around. Back to Wagner. Looking to get it going. It's good. Wagner's got it all tied up now for the Heat. The Magic have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. And SGA gets it to go on the assist by Maravich. Maravich has got his 4th assist in this one. 1:27 left in the third quarter. To the wing on the left. Here's Murray Boyle. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And here's SGA. 12 points for him. Shea going through the defense.
And where is the leadership? Because in the second half, they just haven't brought the same energy defensively.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. James Harden, he's checked in for Orlando. The Heat also changing it up. Ayton, he's checked in for Reed. Dunn comes in for Wagner. And Trent subbed in for Edgecombe. .55 seconds left here in the third quarter. Dunn kicks to Trent. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. The Heat need to get a shot off. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Kamara. Magic leading by 4. Here's Bol. And it's Murray Boyles with the rebound. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And here's Johnson outside.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Here's Wilkins. No scoring in this one. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Johnson. From outside, off the mark. And stolen by Ayton. And they pick up 2. Three-quarters of play in a close game here. Orlando out in front as they end the third quarter on a 14-6 run. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So with Johnson on the bench, this is who Erik Spoelstra has on the floor. Wilkins is out there with Gary Trent. Then there's Wagner. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And Murray Boyles in at the 4.
And for his position, Franz Wagner gives you everything you could ask for. Passing, rebounding, scoring, and he competes defensively as well.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Wagner.
Yeah, he's as good as it gets at the line. Pretty much automatic.
Here's Harden. He takes it in. Wagner outside. It's tipped.
Too much length to contend with right there. Duren has that massive wingspan.
Magic shooting 40% from the field. Harden can't hit.
Well, protecting the rim, plays like that really bolster your defense.
And here's Trent outside. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open 3.
For 3, Maravich. Another miss by Orlando. Fast break, here they come. To take the lead. Rebounded by Kamare. The Magic have gone 0-3 to start the fourth quarter. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and he lays it up and in. And the Magic lead by 2.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Murray Boyle. Miami no good on that time either.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss. He is coming alive here in the second half. That's a nice shot there, and now he is rolling.
And timeout is called by Erik Spoelstra. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Erik Spoelstra said to the team. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds. Guys?
Thank you, Allie. Wilkins passes to Wagner. From past the arc, sinks the three-pointer.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Outside, Maravich. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Trent finds Wilkins. Fires at the elbow. Trent can't hit.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Duran with the screen on Trent. Here's Maravich. Kicks it out to Harden. It's stolen by Wilkins. Ayton a screen on Maravich. Here's Wilkins. Ball's knocked loose. 4 on the shot clock. And that one's good. Wagner.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, when you're coming down the stretch, you don't want any wasted possession.
Bucket is good.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Kicks it out to Wagner. Pass to Murray Boyle. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Harden against Wilkins. Harden, no good. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Wagner outside. Here's Murray Boyle. Vanderbilt defending. Duran pulls it down. The Magic have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
The Heat trail by 3. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. LeBron comes in for Toumani Camara. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for James Harden. Now Reed. Reed with a screen for Wagner. Cleared away by James. Magic leading by 3. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. James outside. 6 to shoot.
2 minutes remaining to go. 2 minutes.
Johnson rips down the board. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Can't tie it up. That one's no good. Gilgeous-Alexander against Wilkins. Oh, and he cannot get the layup. The Heat trail by 3. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that brings them within 2 here.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
The Magic called timeout. Gilgeous-Alexander against Wilkins. And there's the goal! What a slam! Clean that up!
And after all that time, finally they've been able to tie it up here in the 4th quarter. What a comeback and what a finish we have in store.
And just incredible effort. Now, do they have the stamina to close this out? Let's see. Now, this team knows they can rely on him in these situations. He is so consistent at the free throw line.
Off the glass.
There is zero fear in Duren. That is a huge bucket for his team.
Wagner against LeBron. Jackson outside. Beyond the arc. Duren pulls it down. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
Poked away. James outside. Clock at 6. Outside, Duren. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. So I'm looking at the clock. And guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
I am really curious to see what he's got in store here.
James Harden, he's checked in for Maravich. Now Johnson. Wagner on the wing. And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
Tight games won at home. That advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
James, night in and night out, this team comes ready to perform. What does this win say about your collective focus?
We've had that same mentality all year long. You know, whether it's bad record teams or guys in and out the lineups. We just had a mindset all season that this year was going to be special. So, no matter who it is we play, we go out there and just try to compete at a high level and win as many games as we can.
It's about you, not the opponent. You got that right. Thanks, James.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. And that about wraps it up. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oklahoma City. That's the location for the Magic. A force in the middle who will bring a physical presence tonight. Jalen Duren set to go as they get ready for action at Paycom Center. Magic Thunder coming right up on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. So a look at our starters for Orlando. James Harden out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's James, then there's Jalen Duren, and it's Duncan in at the four-man position. And for Oklahoma City, we've got Smith, Devin Booker out there with Powell, and it's Baylor in at the three. Well, Doris, the end of the regular season fast approaching. Are most teams where you expect them to be?
No, I mean, there's always some big surprises, right? That's what makes this game so compelling. There's never a way to predict who's going to rise and fall throughout the year. There's always something unexpected.
Here's Baylor. Back to Booker. And he makes it on the layup.
Boy, just tremendous focus from Devin Booker. On the interior, it matters not if he's facing size. Look out.
Gilgeous-Alexander into the lane. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Just taking it. Right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And that's a clever foul choice. I mean, cuts off the dunk and sends them players. Yeah, B.A. Guys who are going to make the right play, defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they've built something special in OKC, piece by piece.
They get it back, and the dunk by Duren. Let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Mark Dagnall. We talked about the challenges the defense faces when dealing with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He said once Shai gets under the arc, it's impossible to prevent a shot. He's too shifty. So we need to be ready to help off on the wings early and try and bump him out to the perimeter. Not easy to control the movements of Shai. Back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. For three, Powell. He drops it from range.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
The Magic have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And SGA throws it down.
Oh, my goodness. The quickness of SGA, the burst. It's like a blur.
Pass to Baylor. Back to Booker. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Bol, he's checked in for Orlando. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. There's the steal. And a fast break now for the Thunder. The floater. And it's Baylor missing.
But the defense hanging in right there, making that shot really difficult.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, Doris, when it comes to the mid-range game, is anyone better than SGA?
Boy, when you think of the all-time efficient greats, Kevin Durant comes to mind. But SGA is carving out that kind of career. You can post him from the mid-range. His handle gets him to the spots on the floor he wants. He wears that area of the floor out.
That one's no good.
What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
Now here's Powell. He's averaging about 6 points per game. Powell, a screen on Harden. Booker, no good.
Well, that's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter, just can't get it to go.
Here's Duncan. Orlando again missing. And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. A nice shot by Smith.
And taking it himself. Look at the speed there from Smith Jr.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker. Pass to Harden. They set the screen. Inside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Booker. And he converts the layup. Booker's got 6.
Boy, what a quarter he's had. Go ahead, young sir. Keep the pressure on.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Second chance shot. In deep. Bold drops it in.
This is how you make an impact on the offensive glass. Bring that intensity.
Smith outside. It's picked off. And it's Orlando on the break. SGA surveying the D. To the inside. Duncan. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Well, there's a craftiness to the play of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Shifts the defense around to get his teammate an open look.
Back to Booker. Here's Baylor. Check by James. On the break. Pass to Duncan. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. The Thunder pull it in. Outside Booker. Here's Baylor. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, and absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Magic trail by 3. All right, let's turn our attention to the sidelines for the latest on Jalen Duren. Allie, what are they saying?
Hey, guys, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for Orlando. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. The good news from the training staff is that they do think he can play on it, so he won't have to miss minutes. Guys?
Thanks, Allie. Appreciate the update.
Boy, tough news for him, for his family, for his team. And, you know, it's not just him affected. This is the whole organization. And what you hope, obviously, some guys heal faster than others. You hope he's one of those guys.
And here are the Magic now, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. 4 on the clock. And finished off by Bull.
Man, you lay that pass out there just like a great quarterback. Let your teammate run to it.
Thunder leading by 3. Powell outside. And he lobs it up. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's Smith. And down it goes. 2 points. Smith's got his second basket of the night.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
1:05 left in the opening quarter. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Baylor, that's good. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far. Really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Bull grabs the board. Magic trail by 5. Vanderbilt to pass to Maravich. Into the lane. And the bucket is good.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Powell surveying the D. With 1 on the clock.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. Oklahoma City ahead. They lead by 5. And will return shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. We've got James Harden. He's out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Green out there with LeBron James. And it's Duncan in at the 4.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Draymond Green's talked about his mind for the game. He said, I've never been the tallest or the fastest. We all have gifts. My IQ is a gift that was enhanced by great coaches. I was taught the game properly, so I'm very fortunate and extremely thankful for the coaches that I've had in my life. Brian?
Paying tribute. All right, thank you, Allie.
Nice decision by SGA. That is why you want him handling the ball.
Thunder leading by 6. And there's the lob. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Count it. Good. And it's 7 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Sabonis draws the double. Pass to Toppin. Now here's Oubre. Now Toppin. Here's Sabonis. Green covering. Clock is at 3. And here's Oubre from the arc. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
James, right side. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. You know, Doris, it seems like point guards have more scoring duties than ever.
There's no doubt, BA, and why not take advantage if you have a lead guard who can both put the ball in the basket and set his teammates. The harder you are to guard individually, the harder your team is to guard.
Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot. Orlando with the rebound. Here's Harden. Oh, and a great assist by SGA. That one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. Toppin outside. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Booker, good.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here, really giving his team a lift.
Orlando calls timeout. Duran, he's checked in for Green. And it's the Magic with the ball. 4-point game. Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. It's not going to go for him. Booker with the defensive effort. It's Booker on the wing. Duran with the rebound. Magic trail by 4. Here's Harden. And then Harden with the jam.
Okay, James Harden showing you I've still got the vertical in my bag of tricks.
Pass to Baylor.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit the defense for how they're playing him.
Duren with a screen on Booker. Gilgeous-Alexander into the lane. And the dunk by Duren.
What a pretty pass by SGA. This guy's so good creating for himself or others.
Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Powell passes to Unseld. Booker looking around. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Second shot opportunity. And laid in by Booker. Booker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, the thing about Booker, not necessarily the quickest twitch athlete. He uses that smooth handle to gain separation.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive, no question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Smith, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Here's Baylor. Check by James. Up top, Booker. He's got 10. Count it. Booker's got 12 points.
Yeah, Booker welcomes this offensive responsibility. Very capable of carrying the load.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker. SGA can't get it to go.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Powell finds Smith. Here's Unseld. Duren with a steal. Here's Duncan. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. Here's Baylor. SGA covering. Going inside. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
Ooh, an aggressive move. Takes it strong, and there's no help defensively.
Here's SGA. And another miss by Orlando.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Back to Smith. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Here's Baylor. Check by James. 4 on the clock. Baylor, that's good. And now it's a 6-point Oklahoma City lead. And SGA has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. On the wing, Harden. He's averaging more than 12 a game. Consistent threat on offense. And the dunk by Duren.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. All the way, the King.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists. And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Harden, the pass to Duncan. Up and over Smith. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Powell outside. For 3, Booker. And Booker, cash on the 3.
Devin Booker will flat put it to you on the three-point line. Don't give him any open shots.
Outside Harden. Off the mark there with a 3. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. We'll be right back.
Howdy, folks. I know you've all been clamoring to find out how the Rookie of the Year race is looking, and we are not letting you down.
It's a very exciting group. We get to watch them grow. The league has adjusted to them along the way. but they've adjusted back.
Some great coaching as well to bring these guys along. And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
They've made it fun to watch. Some of the best players in the world doing what they do best, Ernie.
Yeah, when everything clicks, it can be the most beautiful game on earth. 5 guys with one mission. Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
They've got Devin Booker. He's out there with Powell. And it's Smith in at the 4 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Pass to Unseld. And here's Smith. Sends it home from three-point land. Smith's got 7 points.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Duren with a screen on Booker. SGA passes to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Thunder leading by 8. Here's Baylor. Count it. The defender is called for the block, and he could turn this into a 3-point play.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Shot's good by James.
Well, it's the skill set and the strength of LeBron James. It'll be interesting to see how his shot profile breaks down when it's all said and done.
Pass to Baylor. Here's Unseld. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. Oklahoma City shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. A big group substitution here for Orlando. Booker against DiVincenzo. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And it's going to go on Devin Booker.
Well, Dante DiVincenzo, obviously a very seasoned veteran at this point. A reliable rotation guy no matter where he is.
Thunder leading by 8. Outside Booker. Unloads from 13. Vanderbilt pulls it in.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, thanks a lot. Coach Mark Daigneault talked about the Thunder's system of player development. He said, we try to do things that serve both the team and the individual, and then it's easier for guys to commit to it. And if that happens, then you have an environment that can be pretty powerful. Guys?
Turning potential into production. Thanks a lot, Allie. Here's Baylor. He's got 12. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Great D that time from Kamara. Magic trail by 11. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Orlando shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. The Magic making a switch here. Bowles checked in. And no luck at the stripe this time. Second one won't fall. And founded back in 2020, the National Basketball Social Justice Coalition still pushing for voting rights and eliminating bias in the justice system. A lot yet to be done, Grant.
Yes, indeed, B.A. And give them a follow. I mean, it's so much important work. And it takes all of us to really create the change we all hope to see. Man, good whistle there.
He's 0 for 1 at the line, missing on his first trip. The first free throw is good.
Elgin Baylor taking 2 shots.
And so he hits both. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Harden against Powell. Powell with a steal. Booker with it. He's got 18. Unseld. And the tip in on the offensive boards. Unseld's got 9 points. Timeout called, the Magic. Magic trail by 15. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
We know this about DiVincenzo, guys. He's not just a scorer. He loves to get his teammates involved.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Booker with a screen on Vanderbilt. Smith against Vanderbilt. Here's Unseld. Uses the glass on the layup. He's got 11.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Here's Maravich. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Aggressive move in the painted area just makes some things happen.
Here's Baylor. He's got 14. It's Powell on the wing. Bol grabs the board. Bol's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Vanderbilt. No luck on that one. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Powell outside. To the middle. Here's Unseld. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Bol. And finished off by Bol.
You know, one thing that has stood out tonight is his scoring. You know, he's kept attacking even when they've been trailing.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Here's Powell. 1:51 left in the third. Here's Baylor. Kamara covering. Clock at 6. Baylor, that's good. Baylor's got 16 points.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Powell passes to Sabonis, and Sabonis slams it in.
I'll tell you, Domantas Sabonis has got some big-time athleticism. That's a pretty dunk.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shea all the way to the cup.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Using his post moves to get the 2 points. 18 points for him. Magic trail by 17. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Kamara. 6 to shoot. Duren the screen. The Magic need to put one up here. Can't get it to fall.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Back to Smith. Pass to Powell. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Here's Baylor. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one's on to Monty Kamara. He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight.
For your Oklahoma City, Elgin Baylor. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break.
First one falls for him. So it's both teams making substitutions here. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder, a sizable 18-point lead at the end of the period. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Back to the game after this break. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was the choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Setting the floor for the Magic. They've got James Duren out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Maravich in at the 2 spot. And here's Booker. Driving in. Down low. Got a piece of it. Here's SGA. It's hauled in by Oubre. Oklahoma City leading by 18. It's tipped. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
We all know that SGA is very capable of averaging 30 for a season. Tonight's exploit should come as no surprise.
Pass to Booker. The 3-ball. Gets the 3 to fall. Booker's got 21.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Domantas Sabonis has filled out his frame, and if you need some physicality around the rim, this guy is willing to do it.
And SGA throws it down.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Vanderbilt checked in for Orlando. Kamara comes in for James. Thunder leading by 17. Sabonis outside. Pass to Booker. Good D by Duren. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Orlando. Ooh, strong finish, SGA.
One of the great strengths in SGA's game, the ability to maintain control and finish through contact.
Outside Booker. And that one drops. Booker's got 5 points now this quarter.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA using that size.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Sabonis outside. Now here's Booker. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
That's just tremendous concentration by Devin Booker. He takes the contact, doesn't let it bother him. Now he'll get an N1 opportunity.
Magic trail by 18. Here's SGA. And SGA throws it down.
This guy is so elusive with the ball in his hands. SGA just understands how to get off the dribble drive.
Booker, the pass to Baylor. Orlando grabs the miss. Here's SGA, and the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Hey guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Well, the defense looks helpless trying to contain them in the open floor, and they've continued to exploit this advantage.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, the more you watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander play, the more he shows you the aspects of his game just...
A statement dunk from Booker!
Wow, the elevation, the creativity, highlight reel finish by Devin Booker.
What a sensational move captured from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Oh, he picked him clean! Here's Powell. Cleared away by Vanderbilt. Powell with a steal. Smith outside. Here's Unseld, started by Vanderbilt. Smith outside. Now Powell. Shot clock at 6. Oh, it's off! And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for Orlando. 15-point game. Oh, he misses the layup! Oklahoma City's gone 7 of 9 from three-point range so far.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Outside Booker. Feet out. Duren pulls it down. Magic trail by 15. Harden with it. Guarded by Smith. Can't get it. Now Booker. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. From 13 feet. Duren pulls it down. Orlando shooting at around 60% in this one. Very efficient.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Thunder.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number one was passing the ball.
And it was a team that was in rhythm. And they just trusted each other to take the right shots.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far. Here's Unseld, covered by Duren. Lays it in easily.
They got a big lift from the crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
44 seconds left in the final quarter. And yes, sir! In stride on the lay-in from a sweet assist. Sabonis outside. Toppin outside. Jacks up a three. Duren pulls it down.
Who's got LB?
So it's the Thunder taking care of business in this one. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly.